All right, guys, the NBA Retro League playoffs continue with game two between the Warriors and the Rockets today. It was a series that was led by the Rockets going into this. The Rockets up 1 game to nothing after their big victory yesterday, 118 to 116. But today, the Rockets failed to take that 2 games to none lead over the Warriors as they lost by a score of 124 to 118, as you can see on screen. So it was basically Luka Doncic today that took over for the Warriors. He had only like 22 minutes in game one, and today he was able to play a full game, like 39 minutes. Let's have a look up at the box score. You can see right there, Luka at the top. He played 39 minutes and scored 28.31 fantasy points. That's a lot, and he definitely dominated the game. And one of the reasons was because the Houston Rockets point guard group of Russell Westbrook and TJ McConnell struggled. As you can see right here, they only scored about 16, 17 points between them. Luka Doncic just blew them out of the water with 28 fantasy points. The Rockets actually got good performances from Karl Anthony Towns, who was the second leading scorer in the game with 25 fantasy points. They also got 23 big ones from Jason Tatum and 21 from James Harden. But after that, things pretty much dropped off. As you can see, Scotty Barnes also struggled in this game with 12 and a half fantasy points. Meanwhile, the Warriors got 28 big ones from Luka Doncic. They also got 20 points from Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams just took over at small forward over DeMar DeRozan from game one. DeMar DeRozan started at small forward in game one, and that might have cost the Warriors the victory there. They made that switch in this game to Jalen Williams. He's a much better player per minute, and you can see he had a solid game with 20 points, which was second best for the Warriors. Look, when you look at the Rockets, it comes down to this. This team is a very good team. They've got Towns, obviously. They've got Jason Tatum. They've got James Harden, who has more years left in him. They got Scotty Barnes. Now, Barnes might have struggled in this game, but he's a very good player. This team is very talented. The one glaring weakness you can see with this team is right here at the point guard position. Russell Westbrook is just not the guy anymore. He would be a really good backup, just like TJ McConnell is a very good backup. In fact, I think TJ McConnell is better than Russell Westbrook as a backup for this team. And if you look at the salaries here, this year, TJ McConnell is making $9.3 million, and that salary is likely to go up next year. He is getting older, but he's very solid per minute. And this is a guy they might want to keep around for the future. But one thing this team is going to need to do is replace Russell Westbrook at the point. There's no two ways about it. That is the weakness for this team. It always has been. Point guard has been a problem for the Rockets. They didn't go out and get a top point guard in the offseason. They had brought in DeJounte Murray in a trade last year, but then he suffered a season ending injury, and that really hurt them. And they had to fall back on the veteran Russell Westbrook. So, what the Rockets probably need to do is look at the offseason, look at bringing in a top flight free agent at the point. They're going to have to work with their salary cap, of course. They're going to free up some cash and, try to bring somebody in. It'll be interesting in this offseason what the Rockets do. Meanwhile, moving back to the victory for the Warriors. Let's not overlook that. The Warriors got even in the series. Huge win. And of course, who was in charge of that victory? It was Luka Doncic. They always need this guy. He is their star player. When he is out, when he's missing time, the Warriors struggle. They have some other good players here. You got Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Williams looks like an up-and-comer, Miles Bridges, Chet Holmgren. If this guy can get healthy, he can help them a lot. Amon Thompson's a very good second point guard, and he can play other positions. Kobe White, kind of a riser right now and not making a lot of money. I'm not sure what his contract situation is this offseason. But, the Warriors are always going to be good because they are led by Phil Johnson, who was an excellent GM in all sports. I have him in my football leagues, and he's not always super active, but when he does make moves, they're good moves. This guy is an ace GM. So I see the Warriors, taking back control of this series now. If Luka Doncic can stay on the court, that will be important for them. I still think that the Rockets do have a chance to win this series simply because they've got these four top guys: Karl Anthony Towns, Jason Tatum, James Harden, Scotty Barnes, and they've got some decent guys off the bench, especially TJ McConnell. I think this is going to still be a series, but game 3 is tomorrow, and it's going to be a pivotal one as one of these teams is going to take a commanding 2-1 series edge, and that gives that team a chance to go up 3-1 in game 4. So the next couple days promise to be pretty entertaining in this series. Tomorrow's Friday. Day after that, obviously, is Saturday. I'm probably going to take Sunday off, so we're going to play games 3 and 4 in this series. Take Sunday off, and we'll get back with game 5 on Monday. All right, guys, once again, the final score in game 2 of this best of 7 series, first round series in the NBA Retro League. 118 Rockets, not 118, I'm sorry, wrong box score here. It was 124 Warriors, 118 Rockets.